What's up, everybody? Excalibur here. I just wanted to do a quick little video. My hand plan was a little bit longer, but I wasn't able to get time in today. I just want to give you guys a little update on the market. My son might be in the background a little bit. I apologize. Usually I try to do this when he's napping, but he is up because it's late now. But here we have SPY. The month started here. You gotta look at month. Market makers are gonna want to move month to month. So the main thing here was this good candle right here that started our bullish trend right here. This thing bounced perfectly off of it. He's about to start a air mattress, so there might be a little noise in the background. I apologize. I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. But right here, bounced perfectly off of this, so that means bulls do not want this any lower. They don't want to lose all gains they have in the month of August. So anytime it gets down here, man, you want to load up calls, have a stop loss, right below this. There's a little gap here, but I mean, bulls don't want anything to do with getting below 436 for this month of August. That's SPY. QQQ is a little more interesting. Daily. We had this little wedge right here. We booked below, kind of you can see right here, July. We got August here. Right here would be our anchor candle right here. We kind of broke below. Tech, we'll break way above. We'll break below. It's more volatile than SPY because SPY has just so many different things. Tech is just tech. But right here, 360, 356 is where bulls need to hold, and if they want anything to do with not being a correction, they need to hold this 356. But right now we're we're heading up. A lot of volatility was due to the Asian market. The Asian market was killing us overnight, and our American bulls was just coming in, buying all that dip up, keep going higher, sell it close, go back down. But right now, the Asian market is actually, that thing gapped up pretty well right here. Hopefully the Hang Seng does, and hopefully Europe is along with it, where, this thing's, if you look at this thing's, I mean, here's COVID. I mean, we retraced a lot. We're over here. The hangs. This thing's just falling off a cliff. China. I mean, right here would be a retracement. We retraced more than 50%, more than 70%, 60% from the COVID low. That is crazy. You want to do leaps? You can do leaps in China, but we could even go farther low. But I would not mess with those stocks right now. You either gap up or gap down. But so far, every dip is being bought. Right here, we're back in this flag. Hopefully, we'll break above, test all-time highs. We need to pass this lower high right here. We've been making lower highs. So I mean, right here, 15,134 would be a key pivot we need to take over. We'll probably, I don't know. Hopefully, we can take it over overnight and then come back with a sell-off Monday morning. Remember, if futures are up, guys, going into a Monday, you're going to have an initial push, you're going to have a sell-off, and then hopefully we can find support. If you want to make the most profit on your swingers, go ahead and sell off first thing. Well, not first thing, like first 15 minutes before, all the market makers want to sell off. Everything comes down to support. Find a support, they buy back in, we ride to paradise. VIX has been pretty crazy lately. I need to update this. We got Powell Thursday. I think we have a good push till Thursday, or Powell Fridays. We have a good push till maybe Thursday, Friday. Most swingers are probably going to exit Wednesday. Probably get longer ones. Roll my profits into longer ones. But more tapering issues have been affecting the market a lot more. The more they bring them up, the more, gets announced on it, the more everything gets known about tapering. Uh, we might go into a little correction. I don't think correction happens till tapering actually starts, and I don't think tapering is going to start until at least next year at the earliest. Uh, the economy is kind of shutting down a little bit right now because of the Delta variant, but especially Asia closing ports. Um, Heard that one of the chip makers, I think TSM, not TSM, but one of the chip makers, they're closing factories because of COVID. So be on the lookout of how those Asian stocks affect us overall. Semiconductors might take a hit because all of their products come from Asia. You can tell GM, Ford are all taking hits because their chips are being bought from different places. I'm just gonna go over a few charts that I am liking. Uh, BA, I really want to get into BA. Kind of have. Let's go on the weekly. We kind of have this uptrend. I need to draw this one in from here. Now we had this beautiful uptrend. Hasn't hit it. We're kind of below it actually, if you want to be truthful. Or we kind of bounced perfectly off of it on the weekly. We hit once, twice, 3. So this is touching it 4 times. Pretty good uptrend support. I can't see this falling back lower. Government doesn't want BA to fail. It's broke. Uh-oh. But with BA, it's kind of in this flag. I went a little heavy because I thought it would break out of this flag, but did not. We have 1 gap, 2 gaps, 3 gaps. We got 3 gaps. We have a doji candle here, so this could be a possible reversal. I don't see it getting lower than 205. I mean, it could eventually bounce off the bottom of this flag, but you could tell this flag. We'll move it up. Touches 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I thought it only touched twice, but 3. I mean, we could possibly get down to 193, but I don't see it happening. But you never know. This would be a good one that you could start getting 250, 260 calls in like October and maybe next year, because eventually this is going to round out, bounce off here. Even though if worst comes to worst, we're going to bounce off here. We're just going to stay in this flag, and then eventually test this flag because it'll be coming down over here and hopefully break above. And the final PT on a flag would be that top of the flagpole. Would be right here, 278. So I mean, if you get leaps in this, I think you're solid. Weeklies are kind of tough. Hopefully, we could round here, find a little base, and be good. CRM, my ideal, I think it's going to gap up. Hopefully it sells off. If it sells off this 257, 256, 257 area and it bounces, I'm going to gobble this up. This should get to 262. Going back, there's really nothing. Just a little chop right here, but really not a sellers up here. We keep making up higher since that last great earnings. We broke out of this long flag. Kind of consolidated for a little bit here, and eventually we're starting making our ways up. Let's look at volume, the daily, and this only thing that scares me is we're going higher on lower volume. So let's hopefully maybe we could come down, bounce this 251 support, this breakout retest, and if I see that before earnings, I'd take it. But I'm definitely not gonna play earnings because CRM usually dumps after earnings. But the last time we pushed Facebook, Google, GS, mRNA. I think mRNA is primed to go this week with all the news going on. It could dump. I'm gonna wait for it to pass at least 403, 404 to get past this right here. I definitely wanted to get up here. I'll take the safe route with this one because it could turn really fast, but I want it up here. I buy it up here, try to ride it to 431 and eventually all-time highs. Microsoft, I got out all Microsoft. This was a beauty. I mean, I had this chart, guys. I mean, I gave you this chart. I don't know how many times. Just this, my beautiful back and forth, broke above, retested once, came back, retested again. We broke way below. We could tell how strong this was. Thursday. We came back at, came back. You play the breakout, or you wait for the retest, and then you play the breakout again. I just go ahead and I went ahead and took my winnings. Until we're kind of heading higher on lower volume. So I think this should come back down to support. If it gets down to 300, man, and bounces, I'm going to love it. But I'm just going to wait for it to come to me. Netflix, we could break above. I have this overall downtrend right here. Kind of tapped it here. It's been wicking over. Netflix was easy money right here when we just consolidated for a while and eventually we broke above. Not really looking to it. Neo, no. Nike, no. Nvidia, I think Nvidia is primed to go even farther this week. Nancy Pelosi bought tons of it. I think she kind of knows something. She always is in insider trading BS. But and if this could break this all-time high, it's probably going to gap over it with futures. Let's just see it come back, find support. Figure out where it finds support. Hopefully at this all-time high, I might find it right here at 207. I have 917 calls. I have a few left of next week's calls, but I want to load 1015s up. Safe bet. Delta Theta is really good on that one. Pins. I'm holding a few pins and I'm way down in, but this thing could fall a little bit more. But this is an automatic buy for me at 46. Roku. I'm going to wait on Roku until we hit like 365, possibly like 358. This downtrend has been broken, but I want to see more confirmation of, this upwards movement to possibly push back to this anchored VWAP. Snap. I got into long snaps again. Here's the test. The breakout from the test. We bounced perfectly off 70. 70.24. We came back a little bit low, but that was the high previous. Right here. I really didn't want to go any lower than that, but it did. I think this is just getting close to ready. You can tell daily volumes are really low. We just need buyers to come back in, step in. We're increasing a little bit, but if we get a push in buyers on Snap, this thing's primed. Snow was a good put. It was a good put open, and then I got calls on that huge bounce. So with Snow, I want to see what happens about this 271. I told you guys I was playing this bounce off 271. It took this like 7 times. It's either going to reject 271 really, really hard, or it's just going to use it as a support again and bounce straight up. So this is a good one to watch. Watch 271. Watch what happens. If it rejects, it's either going to reject it hard or it's going to fly. I don't think it's going to consolidate. Square. I like Square. We broke this downtrend and we're kind of like just consolidating a little bit. Same with Square. Let's look at the volume. We're going down. We just need the volume coming in. Hopefully we can push this back up. But a lot of talk on Square. Kind of had this rising wedge. So I could take Square all the way up to retest this bottom of this rising wedge where it fall below. I don't think it's going to make all-time highs. But Bitcoin is flying. So that's a good thing. Square is a sympathy. Tesla, I'm not playing until we start testing at 729, 730 area. UPS, I'm in. We're still holding my stop loss. We just rejected the gap. Hopefully we get back up in there. Zynga, small account. This thing's looking primed. I have long calls in it. This thing's got just a gap fill. I'm probably going to sell this pretty soon. I really want to hold it as long. It was kind of just a get it because it had huge option volume. Inside days, the Holy Grail, we had Let's see if we had these are Holy Grails. Yeah. I hear I've been playing more Holy Grails, especially on the weekly. We have Lulu. I don't like any option contracts on this one. Daki, I'm definitely watching. We had a nice green and then a nice red. This could go either way. And if we do break down, first PT with 2U, E3, and then we could fall even more. And then ATVI. A lot of people are saying ATVI gotta go up. Hopefully, that's how we're just doing a little waves. I don't really get into wave count and all that. But, stocks don't go straight up. You just gotta go 1, 2, and hopefully we could push, like that. Inside weeks, we did not have any we might have inside weeks, but we didn't have Holy Grail weeks. Most of this past week, it was gonna be outside, just because our range was so much. But just be smart about your plays. I'm gonna start loading up on 917s. 827s don't look very good unless I'm gonna just quickly day trade them or scalp them. My son's playing his harmonica, so good, so awesome. But just be smart, trade smart. Don't lose your gains all in one day, and everything's gonna be okay. There's a plan. There's always a plan. Let the stock market come to you. Don't force trades. If you see me alerting stuff left and right, you don't have to get in all of them. Just look at the chart. Look at this. Oh, DraftKings, it looks really good. I'll get in DraftKings. You should be going into the next day on already planned in your head on what things you want to go to. And what things you want to get into. My trade ideas are actually working out really well because I let the stock market come to me in those trade ideas. I want it to find support where I think support's going to be found. Then we take a call, get into it. Been working out really well. But I appreciate you guys. Let's kill it this week.